Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Cheryl, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hey Harry, how are you?
Okay, let's troubleshoot this real quick. Everything else is setting up, already set up, ready to go. Cheryl, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Okay, let me check my messenger. Let me see. Can you? Okay, sure. I can't hear you. Let me see. Are you on mute?
Hello? Hello?
Okay, just waiting for Cheryl to get her mic straightened out.
My mic is actually
Can
working.
anyone else? Oh, let me make sure my is not showing you speaking. Select microphone, select headphones. Let me see. John, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Harry. Can you hear me?
Okay, that's weird. John, it's actually I can actually see both of you guys talking, but I'm not getting any sound. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move forward and not hold everything up and then figure out why I can't hear anyone later. So today I'm excited because today we officially start. Oops. Today we officially start this challenge. In this 5-day challenge, I got some pretty amazing things I want you guys to see. Here it is. This is what I'm looking for. So let me go all the way back to the beginning, all the way back to the beginning. Over the next 5 days, I want to show you guys how to get unlimited clients. Getting clients is actually the easy part of this Riva challenge, and it is easy for VAs to get clients. The hard part is servicing them. So we're gonna go a little bit backwards. For this free 5-day challenge, I'm going to show you how easy it is to get clients and all you have to do to build them up. All right. So let's go ahead and go. So for today, for the next 5 days, today we're going to go over your profiles and how to set those up, how to make those look appealing, and how to go attract your audience that you're looking for. Tomorrow, day number 2, we're going to go over list building. I'm going to show you guys how to create a feasible list. Those that's in our certification group already, you've already started building your feasible list. But that feasible list is your key to getting clients. It's what you call your tripwire, or it's your bait. It's something that you can throw out there that they can see, and it's tangible. And when you show them, hey, look, I got a list. Do you want me to work on start calling your list, or do you want my company to do this? Then they have something off the bat they can work with. So you take that list, you post it on social media, and then day number 4, we're going to go over community building. I get a lot of traction from building profiles on Facebook. I take those profiles on Facebook to build relationships, like I have with many of you. I take those relationships and then I start a community of putting a bunch of like minds in the same room. And that's what I use with groups. Groups are used to build online communities. So I've built communities all over, starting with my own local community. We took it to online, and then just all over. So that's how I can always generate unlimited leads and have and be able to go into any community anywhere I want and be able to survive and get business. So this is Cheryl. Cheryl has been with me, like she helped me get this thing started, and I'm upset because let me see if I can hear her now. Cheryl, you are on pause. So I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself, and then here's what I want to do to, to kind of get around the fact that I can't hear you. I'm gonna watch your microphone and see if it's going up and down, so then I know you're
Oh,
talking. But
yeah.
anyway, let me go ahead and introduce Cheryl. Cheryl is awesome sauce. She's like my little sister. She's the greatest thing in the world. If it wasn't for her, then this stuff that we're doing right now would not even have gotten started. From day one, I had a lot of challenges hiring real estate VAs and people saying that they knew what they were doing. I wasted a ton of money. I really didn't care because it really wasn't that deep, but I just kept on going. And when I finally got to Cheryl, she's the one who actually was able to sell her weight in gold and help me take business to a whole nother level prior to the pandemic coming. So, Cheryl, I'm going to go ahead and let you speak, and let me go ahead and pull up my messenger. And while you're talking, I'm going to communicate with John and see if he can hear you. So, Cheryl, you go ahead and got the floor. You let me know when you're finished.
Okay, so hold on, guys. Let me just ask Harry what he would like me to talk about. um, so if I'm not sure, is everybody here already experiencing work from home, or most of you new, or are you guys already working from home remotely, but you're trying to go to the real estate niche? You can send a chat or you can, respond and talk if you like. Okay, anybody? Can you hear me? I hope I'm not
Yes,
Yes,
Wilson.
Cheryl, can you?
yeah.
Okay, all right. So, are you guys already working from home or you?
In my case, yes. I've been an ESL teacher for quite some time, and
Oh,
I'm working at home currently right now.
okay, wow, that's great. I started as an ESL teacher as well. Is this?
Yeah,
I'm speaking with, who was that? Sorry,
Wilson.
Wilson.
Mm.
Okay. So, um, like Wilson, I started as an ESL teacher, and then my first client was a realtor, and then I got all the great experience from there. Okay. And in the long run, it will be worth it once you go into the real estate niche as a freelancer, because almost always realtors, investors are looking for VAs because um, they're very busy, so they need to delegate. And especially if you have someone backing you up who's also an American, you can raise your rates really high, or have a high, monthly retaining fee if you like. And what I do is, because I've been in a real estate VA for, I guess, 8 years. I've done cold calling, I've done marketing, but where I find my passion, char, role, is really in um, administrative and operations, like creating systems. That's what Harry and I have been doing in the past, year. It's just that Harry have been having these bumps aside from COVID. His wife got sick, etc. So now we're back and we're trying to grow our team even more. Do you guys have any questions about real estate virtual assistants in general? Like, what are the good stuff or what are the bad stuff? Would
Well,
it be
what I'm gonna,
something?
Cheryl, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear you. So before we get into Q&A, what I want to do is go through it. I'm not sure if Ali is on here right now. Ali, are you there? No, Ali's not on, so we'll move past her. But actually, I will let Cheryl tell you guys. Cheryl, Ali was the second one that came with this, and Cheryl actually brought Ali over. Cheryl, I'll let you tell them how Ali came with this. Well, I forgot how to get the other screen back up.
Allie, she's our manager right now in um, our calling department. And we got her on board because she was working for a local agency managed by a Filipino. And unfortunately, Ali had to reach out directly to us because she wasn't paid. Um, Her employer, the local guy who's directly who directly got Harry as a client, could not pay Ali. So to help her out, we just decided that we're just gonna bring her on board.
That's a good way to tell it. To add on to a little bit, what got me really upset is the guy didn't want to. Not only did he not want to pay her, but he had her thinking that he hadn't gotten paid already. And so he had the money, he just didn't want to pay her. So I really didn't think that was fair. And Cheryl did a good case for it because at first, like I was telling Cheryl, no, look, that's none of my business. It was paid. I didn't have connection with Ali. I had to go through the owner, so I don't really want to get in between it. And then Cheryl made such a strong case, we kind of got in the middle, and it was more or less, we're going to cut him loose and let him go, and we'll just keep Ali because what I found out what really happened, he just really did her dirty. So what we want to do is make sure that we treat people right, we treat people fair, and we really there's Ali. Don't worry, Ali. I know you got the kids right there, so I'm not going to ask you to take yourself off of mute. Cheryl just spoke for you. So I know Doms isn't on here right now, but Doms is the third person that came on with us, and Doms is a super duper interesting story. So I hired Doms as a Jarvis specialist. And Cheryl, if you remember, at the time, there was about a good 4 or 5 people that we were interviewing. But Doms had such this crazy resume and all these certifications and all these different things on there. And so I just knew that he was going to knock Jarvis out. And, we were going to be able to take that part of our marketing to a whole nother level. Well, come to find out, Dobbs didn't know how to use Jarvie. And I'm like, but dude, you got all these certifications. And like he didn't know how to use Jarvie, but then it's like, yeah, he was a real super cool, nice guy. And so he started doing other. So, well, I could do this and I could do that. And I found out that Doms is the most resourceful guy I have ever met, more than myself, because whatever I needed, Doms had it. Whatever information it was we needed to get, he would go get it. Whatever program or software he either had or he had a connection. And again, I hired him as a Jarvis specialist, but he knew so much more that it worked out. So the purpose of me telling you those three stories is Cheryl is the first person that came in to where, all right, cool, this actually works. I was kind of real hesitant with her at first. Look, I'm not paying you anything up front. I'm not paying you hourly. I'll pay you commission. Okay, so we broke a deal with commission. And then she just brought so much value to the table that it's like, you know what, Cheryl, tell me how much money you want to make. And it was like, okay, I'll just pay it. And we were good to go until the pandemic happened. And then with Ali, that was a situation where, I learned that, a lot of you guys are being taken advantage of. And, over here in the States, it's really kind of terrible because they don't want to pay fair wages and they just want to use you guys as free labor. And it's kind of like a two-edged sword. On one hand, it's a gamble because you'll spend a whole bunch of money and time with somebody that doesn't know what they're doing and trying to teach them, and then only to find out, well, I'm not going to pay you since I have to teach you, and then they leave and now you wasted a couple months. Versus you have somebody who's really learning and bust their behind to do the job to get stuff done, and then their employer doesn't want to pay them. So it was that fine line in between, and that's why we came up with our whole VA process. So this is a post that I was actually looking on in a group the other day, and it was one VA. She was complaining about how she could never keep a job, and every time she gets one, as soon as she learns the job, her boss is firing her, and she has to find another employer. And so this was a young lady. She came on there and said, "Look, I had the opposite experience. I was looking for a part-time person who wanted to grow and eventually become full-time. Trained a couple of people that didn't have any skills they said they had. Set me back on my projects. I need someone with my Facebook group management experience that can design on Canva, understands the basics of email marketing, and well, blah, 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 blah. All that to say that, look, it's a two-edged sword on both sides. So that is the whole reason why we created our certification program, so that when we deal with you guys, we're going to make sure that you're trained. So when you start dealing with clients, you know exactly what you're doing. You're not guessing, trying to figure it out. We're going to certify you so that that way, if you have an issue with the client, you're covered under our insurance policy. And if the client doesn't pay, well, you're not worried about fighting with them for your pay. I'm fighting with their pay because I'm going to tell you guys another secret. If you don't do your work over there and we pay you, we're screwed. There's nothing we can really do as far as legal recourse to recoup our funds and get our money back. It's also vice versa. If you go out and do all the work for us and we decide not to pay you, well, these are international laws, and there's no work agreement that exists in place because we don't have to do the same taxes. So there's so much legal stuff that has to go back and forth that it's a fine edge, and you gotta really have somebody that you trust and you build relationship with. So sometimes it works, but there's a lot of horror stories. Before I move on, you got anything you need to add, Cheryl?
All good.
Okay. So what is a Reva? A virtual assistant is the basis of it. So Reva is a real estate virtual assistant. And I really want to hone in and make sure you guys understand this. A virtual assistant is an independent contractor who provides administrative services to clients while operating outside of the client's office. A virtual assistant typically operates from a home office, but can access the necessary planning documents such as shared calendars and remotely, etc. I highlighted that word independent contractor because that means that you're self-employed. And that's where we got to start changing the mindset of a lot of people that's going for these positions and going for different jobs, because you have the mindset all wrong. You're getting undercut, and employers are paying you low wages because you're coming in up asking for hourly rate. When you get paid by the hour, okay, well, it's going to be a lowball number because we're taught through all these different courses that you can get a VA for $2 or $3 an hour, and that's what they're expecting. And over here, they're saying that, oh, that's paying them a great rate. Well, now you got VAs that are getting smarter, and even though you would make a lot less money over there, you want to charge more money overseas. So VAs are charging as much as $4 and $5. Some of them up to $7 an hour. Even still, at that up to $7 an hour, you're still undercutting yourself because you don't want to get paid by the hour because you're an independent contractor. Now, there's a scary side to it because when you start getting paid commission based or getting paid project based, then you don't necessarily can't guarantee how much money you have coming in based on your time. But you want to get out of that whole mindset and that whole thought process of being an employee and working with somebody. To be honest, like sometimes you'll be better off with a job if that's your mindset, because it'll be a lot more stable. It'll be a lot less stressed, a lot less headache, and you'll at least have the benefit of your employer doesn't play you. You have legal recourse. So I know, Cheryl, did you ever get a chance to go over the stuff so you can explain to them what are some of the different roles and responsibilities of Ariva?
I did briefly give them an idea what I did as a Riva.
Okay, you did that already.
Very
Okay.
briefly.
All right. So part of the stuff as a real estate virtual assistant is learning how to, number one, learning lead generation. And that's what we're going to go over this week. I want to teach you how to generate leads for clients. the most important lead you're going to get is getting a client. That way, you know you have a job. The second thing after that is knowing how to generate leads for your client, how to pull a list, how to skip trace the list and get phone numbers, and then how to contact the list, whether it's email, whether it's social media, whether it's telephone, getting them a proper lead with an appointment. That kind of puts you ahead of the game. And as a Reba, that's the most important things that they need. And then you get to the more technical advanced stuff, which we're not going to go over this week, but beginning a transaction manager, transaction coordinator, helping them close deals. So let's me go to this tab, and I want to show you guys a quick video. Let's see. Replay. Whoa. Cheryl, did I ever show you this video?
Yes. Oh, no.
Okay. Can you guys hear me over the music? Let me do this. All right, can you guys hear me? I couldn't hear myself because the music was too loud. So this is about how to start a movement. And you'll see that the first guy's out there, he's like a lone nut out there just dancing by himself. He's having a good time. He doesn't really care what anybody else thinks, but he's just out there kicking it and having a good time. And everybody's looking at him like, who is that weirdo? And then you notice somebody else comes out there. He said, look, that guy looks like he's having a good time. I'm going to go out there and rock with him. And so now you don't have one weirdo, but you have two weirdos. So I was the first weirdo. Then came Cheryl. She joined me. And then a third person, oh, wow, I could do that. And then so now we got Ollie and she comes out. And now we don't just have one weirdo. We don't have two weirdos. We have three weirdos. And we're just out there having such a good time. Everybody starts looking like, wow, those guys are having an awesome time. And now you got another person coming and another person coming and another person coming. And next thing you know, that one lone nut and that second nut and that third nut, they all started getting together. And people, they felt okay. They felt comfortable with being a weirdo. They felt comfortable with doing something different because all they were doing was out there having fun and people were looking at them like they had an issue. So where are we at the video? We're almost finished. So the video shows you how to build a following. And I can't tell you guys how I can do it across different networks. I do it all the time. Like I just built followings because I know that if I go out there and do something, somebody else is going to feel it. They're going to relate to it. And I'm not one of those people that has attitude or where I'm arrogant or condescending. Like to me, everybody's equal. So I treat everybody with the same respect that I want to be treated. Versus you have some people who take leadership and they want to look down on people and be condescending. And I'm not cool with that. So I can be the nicest guy in the world when I'm dealing with peers, but then I can be jerks when I'm dealing with jerks. And so now just let's go back to this, look at this video. Now, if you notice, what people that were looking at them like they were weirdos and they were strange before, not only have they mostly gotten up, but now I want you to pay attention to the guys that's still sitting down. The ones that are still sitting down, they're kind of salty because they're looking like, what is going on? And they're the ones that's what we call the Illuminati. They're the ones that's old school. They're the one, the cool guys that lost their coolness. They're the ones that got left behind because they didn't want to join the wave. And so therefore they eventually had one or two options. You either get up and you join the wave, you join the movement, or you beat it and go somewhere else. So you guys didn't see that there's one guy, he just straight up left. But the most important thing, like I learned this from a guy named Derek Sivers. He actually has a video on YouTube. You can watch his video. I learned this from him. And what I learned that the first person that did it, yes, he's the one that's going to get all the credit. Everybody's going to look at him like, you know, he's the leader, he's the boss, he started. But that second person that came out there and made it okay, that made people feel comfortable, which is my Cheryl, my Madam Shay, or Coach Shay. She's the one who holds this stuff together. She's the one because I am in the U.S. and she's the one that when people have problems and when things go, she's the one that holds it together and says, no, it's going to be fine. And then you have her and Ali and Dom's like, if it was not for them, then this movement would not be where it is right now. So we are a growing movement and we're going to keep on growing. And I just want to take a couple of seconds and show you guys what I'm going to teach you. Like you're going to start this today. and you're going to get clients the same way you saw this video. I'm going to show you how to get clients just like that. So let's come over here, and I had to go find a couple of different versions of me. So this is Harry Walker, broker of record. This is Harry Real Estate Guy, and he has 4,998 friends. But guess what? I started with 0 friends. Now we come to, who is this one? This is Harry, the community person, the family person. He has 4,987 friends. Then you come to this one. I took it off. Let me show you my wife. This is Debbie Lovelone's Walk. You see our company logo back here. She has 4,865 friends. At one point it was 5,000, but when you stop being active, it falls down. It falls off. Now let's come and look at this one. This is her other one, 4,419. Do I have any more on here? And this one, the number didn't come up, but that's about 5,000 something too. So I'm going to show you guys this sheet right here. A lot of people use Facebook for the wrong reasons. They're using it to have fun and to show pictures. Well, let me not say the wrong reasons. I use Facebook and social media for a whole different cause. I use it for business. So if you look on here, these are my different accounts, and this is what the things that are behind them are. Social media, this is nonprofit, the pop culture, the urban culture, my wife's personal stuff, real estate agents. So if you look, if I want to reach somebody at the touch of a button, I can reach 55,000 people at the touch of a button. So if my goal is to sell one product and I only want to hit, let's say 10%, if I reach out to 55, I know my numbers, I should be able to get at least 10%, if not 1%. So if I get 10% of those, that's 5,500 people that's going to see that. Out of that, I'm going to be able to close 10% of them. So looking at my numbers, let's say if I want to make $20,000 in a month, I'm going to look at this number, that 5, and I'm going to divide that by 10 equals this divided by 10. And that's how much I'm going to make per client. I mean, that's how many people I'm going to be able to touch. Now, I got to come up with some type of product I can reach out to these people. And let's say I want to come out with something at a low number. And I want to charge, we're doing it for $50. $50 is my product. No, $50, not percent. Okay, let me go $50 right here. And my goal is to make $20,000 in a month. All I have to do is, so I got my $20,000 I'm trying to make a month. Take this, 20,000, oops, equals this divided by this, and that's 400 people that I need to reach. So if my goal was only to make 20,000, I'm charging 50, and 400 people out of that 500 is how many I need to close. So again, the whole purpose of me showing you these numbers is to show you guys that this is all a numbers game. That's all marketing is. Marketing is a numbers game. The more people that you reach out to, the more people you have in your different networks, the more people that you're going with, the more numbers that you're going to hit. And it's just that simple. So outside of teaching you guys, getting you actually knowing all the stuff about real estate and knowing that in depth, that will come down the line. But I want you guys to start seeing some fast results. And I have the other group with the people that I'm certifying, and it's been taking some time because I wasn't doing the right products because I was trying to keep it cheap. So we were only doing it at 250 pesos. It was going slow because now we got to get with Zooms, make sure I post a link, make sure everybody knows. We switched that whole platform, and now I'll be putting the link later to everybody in the Certified by VI group. But I'm sorry, everybody period that signed up, and you guys will be able to go on a platform where you'll be able to see the pre-play videos. You'll be able to see the assignments, so you'll know step by step what you're doing every day versus relying on a post on Facebook. So again, I want you guys to have the right mindset. And let me go over something else real quick. Energy. I have this thing I call the Illuminati. The Illuminati is the underground society of people that maintain control and structure by oppressing others. And their goal is to make people sad and depressed and to keep them below them so that they can always be on a higher tier. And so the people that they're oppressing that don't really know what's going on, they have no clue of why things are, they're the ones I call psychic vampires. And you have to be very, very careful with psychic vampires because they're the skeptics. They're the ones that always think something's going to happen, something that's going to go wrong. They're the ones that are jealous when they see you doing well, they want to hate on you. They're the ones that's like they're so miserable and they're so conditioned with their oppression that they don't want to see anybody else be happy and shine. So here I come on the other side. I don't talk religion. I don't care what religion somebody is. Because at the end of the day, if your religion has you being oppressed, then we can't serve the same God no matter who your religion is. So my religion, look, I don't even go through religion. I go through what's called the Order of Big Homie. And Big Homie is who I go to. Like, look, man, what's going on? What like how am I supposed to go this life? How am I supposed to do that life? And Big Homie wants me to. He wants me to live in abundance. He wants me to be able to do the things I want to do. He wants me to empower other people. And so what I'm trying to do right now is I'm raising what's called the Knights of Consciousness. And the Knights of Consciousness are the ones who would change their whole mindset. We're going to change your entire lifestyle. I'm like, I'm so excited to share this knowledge and information with you because I had to go through going to college, not being able to get a job after I spent 80 grand on a degree. I had to go through learning real estate, becoming a millionaire, only to go flat broke and have to start all over again. I had to go through getting my insurance license, becoming a millionaire a second time, and then the Affordable Care Act coming, going flat broke again. I had to go through deciding, look, I don't really care about money. I want to build people up, building my community, only for everybody to turn on me because all the people, like I empowered them, and the people that they thought were in power befriended them and got them to turn their backs on me. And so I've had to start over and build, start over and build, start over and build. And I'm giving you guys all this knowledge and information. And this week is free. So I don't want you guys to think that everything's just going to be free. Yes, I love giving out free information. I love give you guys nuggets, but I also want like taking care of my family. And I just like taking my family because if I'm broke, you can't help poor if you're one of them. So we don't want to be poor. We want to drop that poverty, that poor mindset, and take that away because, like I showed you guys, this is the numbers game. All I need to know is what are my numbers. At any given moment, I can plug into this formula and I can make whatever dollar amount I need. And that's about being self-employed. We'll go over some of that later. But right now, I want you guys to understand two things. One, you're going to have people that are looking at you doing it, and sometimes it can be the closest person to you that you sleep with, that they're not necessarily going to support everything you're doing because they don't know it, they don't understand it, and so they're so ingrained with doing it a different way that society is conditioned and told them they need to do it. They're going to be scared for you to step out on it. So you have to be very careful about sharing what you're doing, especially when you have people that are skeptical. I want you to understand number two, I don't want to waste your time or mine. So this whole week is where you're going to be able to see if you want to work with me, and I'm going to be able to see if I want to work with you. Because I don't have time for skeptics. I don't have time for naysayers. I don't have the time or patience for anybody who's going to bring negative energy. If you come complaining, you come with a bunch of drama, you come with a bunch of any of that nonsense, then immediately I have to cut you off. Because if you let psychic vampires get too far into you, they will suck the life out of you. And you got to understand it's not that they're doing it because they're purposely trying to. They're doing it because they don't know any better, and that's the only way they think that they can live. So we have to raise the Knights of Consciousness. We have to raise people to understand how society works, how money works, how numbers work, and we have to like start empowering other people. All right, where we at 8:43. Okay, good. So I don't want to keep on running my mouth and telling you a whole bunch of nonsense, but here's what I want you to do for tomorrow. You see how I created these accounts. I went and changed my, let me see, log out. I'm going to actually work through your homework process with you right now. This is what I want you guys to do tomorrow. Is everybody okay if I do that with you? I think I have everybody muted. So Cheryl's gone. She must have lost power. Ollie, can you guys still hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, and Cheryl is back now. So this is I'm doing this challenge because I just like open up different audiences. So log in. This is what I want you guys to do. You'll see this one is I just started it yesterday. I got 254 friends. Now look at this. It's terrible. This is so tacky, it's ridiculous. I got a picture of me and my granddaughter as my profile picture. I just threw this up just to have something. So I got 200 and something friends, and I don't even know why those people added me because it really didn't make sense. So what I want you guys to do is when you create your profile, and I want you to profile for the at the very minimum LinkedIn and Facebook. Create a brand new profile. Take your picture and make it a picture that looks professional. Oh, and you know what? I couldn't upload it to my computer yesterday because it was broke, and I didn't do it this morning. Okay, so we won't go through that right this second. Did my computer freeze? All right. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to create my background. And make it my company. Cancel. So I'm going to do everything real quick to make it simple. Export as, and let me just put this on a desktop. Cover. Yep, okay. So now I'm going to come back into Facebook and let's see if I can hit refresh and it works. All right, let's try this cover photo. Upload photo. Go to the desktop and do cover. It looks like it's a little bit too big, but oh well. It doesn't need to be perfect. That's the other thing. Don't worry about being perfect. Don't worry about being super professional. Just get the job done. Just start. You can perfect it as you're going, but make sure that you just get the ball rolling and get started. Actually, I know what picture I can use for this. I need to upload a photo. And let me come over here. I just saw it a little while ago. PI logo. Here it is right there. I use that for my profile picture for right now. So now when I reach out to people, they'll see that it's actually a company. Now I need to go in here and put in my information for about my intro. Works. I don't even know what that is. So I'm going to put work set edit workplace, work set VI consulting. When you guys do it, you're going to put works at Lions Pride Realty. The name of the campaign that our Rivas work under is called Lead Savages, but the actual company is Lions Pride Realty. And I put most of the information in the background. My position is janitor, head janitor. Now notice I don't put I'm the owner, president, CEO. Everybody's trying to show off. And when everybody shows off, we always downplay what we do. I'm in Willingboro, New Jersey. Description. So this is what I'm going to use. So the one you guys are going to do today is for real estate lead generation, but I'm going to use this profile to generate more clients outside of just real estate. And I'll show you guys how I'm doing that in a second. So my description is I help train and certify aspiring VAs to perform, no, let's say to service clients beyond their expectations. My VA family can literally run your company for you from anywhere. And that is pretty much true because Ali and Shaw have run the company, especially when my wife was down. So that's a fair assessment to say. Time period, I currently work here. I've had this company since 2014. Let's go. And so that's my overview. And so yours will go Lions, the company will be Lions Pride Realty. Then what you will put here would be training. Down here, you'll put Willingboro, New Jersey. And under here, I've already put it in the day's lesson. So when you actually go and do your homework, you'll see it's already in here. It's already in here. It'll tell you exactly what to put into the profile as far as the description. So I wrote out tasked out the homework step by step. So then come into your work. Did I save everything? Here we go, save. It's important that you fill this out to as complete as you can. Don't follow how I do some of my stuff because I get lazy. So add a workplace. Lions. Oh, duh. VI Consulting. Position. And again, we're going back to Willingboro, New Jersey. Description. What was actually saying I just did right here? Description, read my overview. Places live, didn't hit the save button. Places live, cool, contact and basic info. Add a mobile number. I gotta add my Google number here eventually, but I'm gonna wait a little while for that. Websites and social media. Make sure you put this information in because this will get you a lot of leads generated right there when people go look up and find out who you are. vi.com. And I'll add some more of them later. Let me go with this. Facebook.com/consult. I think it's VI or vi.com. I think the other one was taken. And then just go to say, well, that's where you add the social link. I do not put religion in there. Oh, let me go change this. Female, male. Look, that shows you guys how fast I was rushing when I created this. Birthday, May. It's important when you're doing this to make sure you put in your actual correct information. If you put in somebody else's and Facebook goes to block you or for suspicion of, for stuff you're doing suspicious, it'll be held to get it back on. You'll have to start from scratch if you can't provide the proper ID. Yep, I confirm that I'm 44 years old. Save. Okay, interesting. All right, so then the next thing, family relationships. You don't have to worry about that unless you want to. You can skip that one. With this, you can skip that if you want to. And yeah, the rest of it you can skip. So you just want to make sure that you have the overview, work, and education. And then the places lived is pretty good as well. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? Okay, nope, I don't hear any. So that's what you're going to do for today. So for today, just go get those set up. I'll show you, I did set up mine on, log out. Look, these are all my different Facebook logins. So I come back, this is the one I use for training VAs. I had to change that picture. But I did go ahead and put the Lead Savages. So Lead Savages, I'm going to give you in the actual platform. I'm trying to figure out how do I put assets in there so you have the pictures to download, so you can download this background. So I did this background for here, and then I did the one for LinkedIn. Yeah, as you'll see, I changed it. So I'm going to promote on Lead Savage on LinkedIn. You guys are going to promote on there. And earlier I went and changed the profile, I updated everything, make sure all my information was there. I put my information about Alliance Private Realty, the same information I gave you guys. That's what I'm going to be mainly focusing on, the lead generation for real estate. And the other thing I want you guys to do for tomorrow, actually, let me just go right in here. I want you guys to go ahead and create your social media accounts. I want you to figure out and tell me what's your goal. How much money are you looking to make at the end of these 5 days? The next 30 days after that, how much money are you looking to make in the next 30 days? I want you to be very specific. Like, don't just say, "Oh, I just want to learn," or "I just want to become financially free," or "I just want to be able to take care of my family." No, if you just want to take care of your family, then figure out how much your monthly bills are. If it comes up to 7,000, then great, 7,000. It comes up to 12,000, then fine. And take your monthly bills and double that, because you still got to survive outside of just paying bills. So make sure you have your goal. Create your social media accounts. Oh, and that's right. Spread the word. So we actually did hit our numbers. I did not provide the Zoom link to everyone. And tomorrow we might not be using Zoom, with the exception of me and Cheryl, because I want everybody to go through the live feed. So I did post it on the group page. I shared it in there. And I took it I posted it from the actual, from here. So you won't see a fairly accurate number, because the 15 people that you see are only the 15 people or 14 people that are actually logged in here. I posted the group so everybody can see and wouldn't have to worry about logging in or trying to find where it's at. So tomorrow we're just going to use the group. It'll probably just be myself and a few others on here. So if there's no more questions, comments, concerns, that's the goal for the day. Oh, and the last thing, give you guys a heads up. After this 5-day, the next one is going to be $99. That one is a course that I'm teaching, and it is not just for VAs. That is actually what I'm teaching real estate agents and real estate brokers over here in the US. The course is $99. And I know a lot of you will be like, "Oh my goodness, I can't afford $99. So again, let's go back into changing your mindset. If you want to make US money, you're going to start incurring some US expenses. So change your mindset and turn it around from not, "Hey, I can't afford $100," or $99 to being able to plug that number into your formula. And well, how many people do I have to contact to make $99? Or how many people I have to reach to get $99? And if you learn how to think in terms of that, then you'll never, ever, ever, ever have a problem from not being able to have money again, because you'll be able to plug some numbers in and you'll have a skill set. And so the last and final thing, this is more for tomorrow, but I'll tell you, the person who has the most people that register under them, and I'm closing off registration at 8, let's say 9 o'clock this time tomorrow. I'll be closing off registration. Our goal, my original goal was 20. Then we hit our number of 130. Actually, here, I'll come and show you guys right now. No save. Exit. Let's go and see exactly what we did. Come back to funnels. Reva certification magnet. Let's go and see what our stats look like. Wow, so we reached 149. Okay, so out of the 149 people that signed up, I'm still learning this software. That's another reason why I kind of rushed and just put it together. I didn't think there'd be that many people, and it wouldn't be that disappointing if I didn't have everything right. So out of these 139 people, I want everybody to get at least 3 more people to sign up. If everybody gets 3 more people, then that puts it is close to 450 people. So that's the goal. Everybody get 3 people to sign up. That'll be 450 more to add on. And so that's our goal for tomorrow. So your homework, get 3 people to sign up. And I changed the step so that when they do come and sign up, the new form, it actually asks for first name, last name, email, and then it's going to ask who referred them. So make sure when you tell people to sign up, when you send them the link, make sure that you tell them to put your name as a referral. And before you can ask where the link is, I posted it right there on Facebook, but I want to share all these links and different stuffs to you all via email before the day is over. So thank you all so much for your time and attention. I'm really pumped because today we're just getting the basics set up, but tomorrow, matter of fact, you know what? I'm so hyped. I want to show you guys something right now that we're going to start doing tomorrow. And this is how we're going to get your numbers up. Let's see. Lead Savages. This is all I do. I join this group called ClickFunnels. And I'm actually paying, that was the software I was just using. So I paid them for their program, and I paid for the advanced training to learn how to use their program, to learn to get the software. So I come in here and I'm using what's called the laws of attraction. I come in here, I hit members. Now, mind you, these are nothing but entrepreneurs that are trying to figure out how to make money online. So we already know that they're looking for international presence. So then we come in here and I'm going to go to members with things in common. And this is all I have to do to get my numbers up. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What number was that with friends? I think it's at 200. I could do 30. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I do my 30. Now I'm going to go check my number that I'm at. I'm right now at 255. So by tomorrow, so this is what we're going to do. While you're building your profiles, I'm at 255 today. I'm going to do this daily. We're going to check in so you can see my numbers. I can see your numbers, and we'll go from there. So, all right, guys, I went 4 minutes over. Thanks a lot for your guys' time. I really appreciate it. I hope you got something of value out of this. I apologize if it was a little bit off. Again, that's why it is free, because we're learning through the rough times, but we didn't wait to take action. We went and did something today. So today I want you to go ahead and create your profile on LinkedIn. Create your profile on Facebook. Do not start adding people yet. I want you to go join 3 groups of the type of people that you want to attract. So you can go in here and type in real estate. And then once you're in there, you come down here and look at groups. And then you want to find the ones with the most members. So 49,000, that's great, because all you want to do is go in there and start conversation and add members from the groups. Don't add members yet, but right now just go to the groups and join the groups, and it will show you phase 2 tomorrow to start building those accounts up. All right, talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot. Peace.